What's up, guys? It's Benny. Say what you will about James O'Keefe's journalistic methods, even the results of his journalism. You may argue that, but there's no arguing that James O'Keefe has released more on the mysterious Jeffrey Epstein sex predator cult in the last few days than the government has released in decades after they let him off the hook in Palm Beach in 2008 because he belonged to Intel. Let him go. And now James O'Keefe, well, he's got something very interesting. James O'Keefe has inside footage of the mysterious Jeffrey Epstein temple that even NBC News, which is a Jeffrey Epstein PR operation practically, says is bizarre. Jeffrey Epstein's bizarre blue-striped building on Private Island raises alarm. The building was supposed to be a music pavilion, but the actual secure structure bears little resemblance to the plans that were submitted to the agency officials. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Odd. What was it supposed to be? A musical pavilion, and then it turned into, well, what looked like temple chambers. Who knows? This is what the original plans were. Of course, we never have seen inside until now. James O'Keefe has exclusive footage inside of this building. So how did we get here? Well, very quick little trip down memory lane. They killed one of the last remaining major Jeffrey Epstein whistleblowers, somebody named Virginia Roberts, who said she's not suicidal and then committed suicide. Funny how that works. She committed suicide after being hit by a bus in rural Australia. Nobody's ever explained that either. Nobody knows who the bus driver was. Nobody knows anything about it. She said she only had a few days to live, and then she died by suicide a few days later, with her father and her lawyer both saying that story is untrue. That made James O'Keefe very angry, and he said it's time for citizen journalists to release more on Epstein. They can't kill us all. James O'Keefe began with confirmation from a royal family official, a PR operator for the royal family, saying that Prince Andrew was effing underage girls. First time we've heard that on camera. Confirmed by a royal official, at least. They've denied it, even though they paid Virginia Roberts a massive multi-million-pound payout. Then James O'Keefe's gotten to work on releasing some inside footage of Jeffrey Epstein's mansion on the island. We don't know where he's getting these videos, but they do seem to be very accurate. And if there's any doubt about that, the release of Jeffrey Epstein's bedroom footage, this creepy image of a small child in the kitchen, creepy ass like little baby, naked baby in a bathtub. This kind of fits the brand, let's just say. But now we got the big one. We have the temple. What are we going to find in it? Is we going to find more artwork like this? Creepy baby holding a naked baby holding a rattle behind a Picasso that depicts someone innocent who's drowning. These people love symbolism. Here we go. 360-degree view inside of Epstein's temple reveals celestial ceiling and astrological figures, bizarre statues that guarded the entrance. First ever reveal. James O'Keefe releasing this publicly. And, well, let's just say it creates more questions than answers. Here we go.
The infamous and mysterious temple. New footage received by O'Keefe Media Group gives a detailed look at the interior. No one has ever seen this before. Here we go. You are looking inside this mysterious building, and the walls are covered with what appears to be a marble textured finish and a wooden bookshelf with one solid column on the left and one spiraling shape stretching to the ceiling on the right. And if you look up at the top of this mysterious temple, you'll see what appears to be a detailed celestial painting filled with astrological figures. But before we dive too deep into that, let's just take a step back. Back in 2019, Jeffrey Epstein's arrest for sex trafficking set the internet on fire, and one image became iconic. This mysterious building on his private island, Little St. James, located in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The gold dome represented those on the religious structures around the world, like the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. We found that Epstein's temple most closely resembles this building in Aleppo, Syria, a bathhouse constructed in the year 1384 by a Muslim dynasty. There are obvious similarities, such as the gold dome roof and the stripes, But also notice the identical stripe pattern around the tops of the arches. There is no record of Epstein ever traveling to Syria. His family descended from European Jews who immigrated to America. He was born and raised in Brooklyn. Now, in one room of Epstein's island compound, we saw a framed photo of his elementary school. This is the actual photograph of the image inside the frame. This would turn out to be Coney Island's Public School 188, named after Michael E. Birdie. Building permits filed in 2010 for Epstein's island compound didn't include the temple. They instead proposed that an octagonal music pavilion with a grand piano be built on the site. But around 2012, the temple was constructed instead. Now, until now, no one has ever published video taken from inside this structure. In 2019, the closest thing to it was Business Insider releasing the account of a local piano tuner, Patrick Barron, who alleged that he visited the temple to service a piano it contained. However, the video we obtained shows an interior that differs from Barron's description. Through this never-before-seen footage, we show you what it was like to visit inside Epstein's temple. You travel up a gravelly road that hugs the tropical hillside, past what appears to be a helicopter landing site, which is situated in a discreet green field where Epstein and his elite guests would arrive by air.
So what do you think? I don't really know what to think. Some have speculated that this was a dungeon, that this was a temple that had a large structure underneath it, that this was where they kept the sex slaves. You don't know. It seems very mysterious. And it seems like, why would you decorate something so ornately just to have kind of like an empty shell of an inside? Something that is also not explained here is this video after the feds had gone and sanitized everything, right? Did the feds go rip everything out? We know that they did that. We have footage of the feds raiding the island and carrying out boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence. So something that deserves explanation. They did this after Epstein was killed in prison. So what's missing here, I suppose, is the real question. But at the very least, we are appreciative that James is out releasing information on Epstein, unlike the federal government, who continues to hold and withhold from all of us what the true Epstein operation was. We're going to keep asking, and I think we're going to find out. I really do. I think that the public pressure is just too intense on these matters, and you have shows like ours and other truth tellers who are out to find the truth. You have people like Elon Musk, who just today was talking about Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, and maybe that's why it hasn't been released yet. We just had Alan Dershowitz on. He says there's very powerful people that are just trying to stop the release of all of this because they know that they were on the tapes. They know that they've been recorded. So it makes you wonder who's being protected and why. And the only way to find the answers to that is to keep asking. We're appreciative of James O'Keefe and his ability to just, get the information out there and let the public be the judge. That's what the federal government should do, obviously. And ask yourself why they're not doing that. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe. For more information on Jeffrey Epstein and the truth, just set us free. See you.